Caitlin Clark and
I'm a fan.
Angel Reese, right?
Yeah.
They're going back and forth.
I'm a fan of both.
And Jamil Hill says by the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said, by the time she retires, she will be the
Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back when he called out Angel Reese, and now everyone's talking. This wasn't some media stunt or scripted drama. Angel made a move that genuinely shocked fans online just when it seemed like things were calming down. Stephen A. turned up the heat. He didn't just share an opinion, he made a bold statement that's tough to ignore. So, what did Angel do this time? Buckle up, it's sparking serious debate.
It's not about black and white. It's about that white player and that black player. Why? Because of the history that they had before they came to the WNBA. You see, it was all instigated. If Angel Reese was never in Caitlin Clark's face, taunting her the way that she did when mimicking what Caitlin Clark was doing to numerous opponents en route to the Final Four. And then Angel Reese and LSU bust their living, you know what, at that particular moment in time. And Angel Reese was in her face chirping at her the way that she did, it would have never gotten to this point.
That's right, Angel Reese put up just for points. It looked like she completely disappeared on offense, even though she was active on the boards. With Caitlin Clark sitting on the bench, iced up and out of the way, this was Angel's moment to shine, and she didn't. She had the ball, the spotlight, and the chance. But the performance just didn't deliver. If you're keeping count of her off nights, go ahead and drop fire the baby giraffe in the comments. Let's go.
First of all, it's not a rivalry. Not when you lose about 35 points.
That's true.
It's not rivalry. Indiana Fever's on a different level than Chicago Sky. Let's get that out the way. Secondly, as much as we love Angel Reese because she is special, she's not Caitlin Clark as a player. Caitlin Clark is on a different level. We just have to...
Let's be real, this wasn't a statement game for Angel Reese. It was a struggle. While Caitlin Clark sat on the bench and still found ways to impact the game, Angel looked completely out of sync. For points isn't just a low number, it's a warning sign. Her performance didn't feel like a big moment. It felt like she was quietly fading into the background. At this level, fans expect more, and right now, Angel just isn't bringing it.
To see Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever take on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. The game was a blowout as the Fever beat down Chicago 93-58, with Clark's triple-double leading the way. But the biggest headline coming out of the game on Saturday is the investigation the WNBA is conducting into allegations of hateful fan comments directed at Angel Reese. It happened after this play when Clark slapped at the ball after Reese grabbed an...
Sure, Angel Reese grabbed 12 rebounds, and no doubt, she works hard for them. But boards without buckets don't change the game. It's starting to feel like she's just out there collecting stats, not making real impact. Scoring in double digits shouldn't feel optional, but that's how she's playing. The WNBA handed her a chance to step up, and she basically shrugged it off. Right now, it looks like scoring is just an afterthought for her, and fans are noticing.
Angel Reese, part 38, let's get it!
Life throws her lemons, she makes bricks. Bang! PSA to anyone watching, she is right-handed. Right-handed, by the way. She missed the rim by 3 feet, man. Bang! I gotta say, this is my favorite summer sitcom. Pecan? Butter pecan? Bang! Here's a stat. She's been blocked 20 times, and she's only made 21 hoops. What?
Bang!
You know it's a rough night when even the broadcasters are reaching for excuses. She contributed in other ways, they said. Really? Like what, guest starring in a reality show? At times, it looked like she was just jogging around in sneakers that haven't seen the rim since college. One shot even caught her zoning out, like she was mentally auditioning for the real stat hoarders of the WNBA, where style counts more than actually scoring points.
Calling it from day one. You got people that are resentful towards her, but not... It's really not about her, guys. It's about what she represents. Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. And they never got this kind of shit.
Angel Reese used to step onto the court full of confidence, lashes done, hair perfect, and a whole lot of attitude. But after that 4-point performance, it's starting to feel like her best days were back in college. This isn't the Bayou Barbie takeover, fans. We're waiting for it's beginning to feel more like a reality show unraveling. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is out there getting double-teamed, hit hard, and still icing her legs between plays, yet she keeps scoring, assisting, and knocking down threes like it's nothing. She shows up and delivers. Angel had the perfect setup. Caitlin on the bench, all eyes on her, and every chance to take control, and still, she couldn't rise to the moment.
Elaborate a little bit more on that in just a second, but before I do that, I want to ask you your thoughts about apparently some racial animus that was thrown in the direction of Angel Reese. The Chicago Sky have gotten involved, talking about they're going to protect their players at all costs. The WNBA has issued a statement saying it abhors and discourages hate of any kind, etc., etc. Your thoughts about it? Here's the WNBA statement. The WNBA strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms. They have no place in our league or in society. We are aware of the allegations and are looking into the matter. Your thoughts about that element of all of this, where you believe it emanates from, and do you think it will ever subside?
Angel Reese grabbed 12 rebounds, no question. That shows effort, but effort alone doesn't win games. Rebounds are great, but if you're not converting them into points, they don't mean much. She was grabbing boards like collectibles, stacking them up, but not doing anything with them. It looked active on paper, but in reality, it didn't shift the game at all.
Man, the latter part of that, Stephen A., is quite the thing to think on. I think when you go back to the impetus of the rivalry that we have between Caitlin and Angel Reese, I remember funny clips on the internet.
Diabolical stat, she's 19 of 59 from less than 5 feet away. How about that, man? Bang! She should work at housekeeping for hotels because she could turn it over quickly. Lost by 27, scored only 4 points against the Indiana Fever. I mentioned no Caitlin Clark, no problem, give and go. Like a given no shot of working. Bang!
You prefer car or plane?
Car or plane for what? For how you want to travel! That's too many steps and you can't do that.
Those quiet whispers about Angel Reese are getting louder, especially the ones claiming she once compared herself to Michael Jordan, but this isn't high school and in the pros. If you're not putting up points, you're not making an impact. Right now, Angel's biggest contribution might be her sideline fashion or keeping the bench warm. Man, that's a far cry from MVP status. If her minutes keep dropping, she might want to talk to her stylist before looking at the stat sheet.
I have yet to see a single example of Angel Reese being a leader outside of rebounding her own missed layups. What does Angel Reese do? What is her contribution? You tell me, because I'm not seeing it. I know I'm harsh on Angel Reese, but she considers herself a star. If you're going to call yourself a star, I expect you to perform like a star, especially in big moments. Caitlin Clark was injured. Angel Reese was the only star on the court last night. And for 27 minutes, she completely disappeared.
This was supposed to be Angel Reese's breakout year, the moment she proved she was more than just attitude and viral highlights, but instead, she's starting to look like the WNBA's version of a TikTok trend. Big hype, quick fade, and now, more of a punchline than a rising star. Think back to the Milk Crate Challenge. Started high, took one bad step, and it was all downhill from there. That's how her season feels right now. And for some fans, the fall isn't happening fast enough.
Caitlin Clark's or Angel Reese's popularity in large part is attributed to her behavior towards Caitlin Clark, because when Caitlin Clark was busy taunting opponents a couple of years back before LSU smacked Iowa around in the national championship game or so, it was Angel Reese that was clapping back at Caitlin Clark once it was Caitlin Clark's turn to have her come uppance. And that's what made Angel Reese famous. Now, Angel Reese experienced vitriol thereafter. It was tough for her to deal with, as she articulated.
Let's be honest, people wanted Angel Reese to shine. She entered the WNBA with star power, personality, and hype as Caitlin Clark's main rival. The drama, the confidence. The Bayou Barbie brand, it was marketing gold. She had the fame, the flair, and the viral buzz, but charisma doesn't win games, and right now, 4-point nights just aren't cutting it. Her numbers wouldn't scare a high school squad, unless she's making some kind of bold statement about inefficiency. Fans are running out of patience. They're watching the games, checking the box scores, and asking, that's all. Twitter, Isn't impressed, it's confused. Another 4-point showing. Yes, she's grabbing boards. But on offense, she's gone missing. Even her biggest fans are scrambling to explain it away with tweets like, "You just don't understand basketball. Be serious, she's out here struggling like a flip phone in 2025.